everyone. It's November 7, 2018. This is Q on the right.
Kari on the left.
And it's a wonderful day here. We're here at this fancy office.
I know that we just booked half an hour ago.
Yeah, just because we wanted to produce a quality show. And they have all this cool fancy cheeses.
We have wine. We're drinking on this podcast.
We're drinking on the job.
I know.
It's illegal, right?
Not for this. This is totally illegal.
So you're here at the Kari Q Show, where anything's possible. We talk about TV, movies, and anything that
anything that I want to talk about.
Yeah. So she's gonna tell us a lot of cool things, but first we want to start off our segment with Kari and Q&A.
Okay, who's going first?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
So this segment is actually where we ask each other revealing questions, and you don't know what question you're going to be asked.
Okay.
So we thought of these ahead of time, and we haven't told each other what the question is.
Okay, what is the question? I'm kind of scared.
You should be scared.
Oh God.
So the question for you, is what would you say is your most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
It's pretty hard. I have to go all the way back from the day I was born to now.
Deep into your memory banks.
Deep into it. Well, I know. Okay, let's rewind all the way back to when I was in I believe I was in the fourth grade.
Okay.
Fifth? No, I think it was fifth grade.
Okay.
Yeah, fifth grade. Yeah, so, you're kind of I don't know if you kind of see where I'm heading into this, but, you're in elementary school, right? Yeah. And, I mean, you're already potty trained.
Okay.
Some people aren't. Yeah, some people aren't. But apparently that day, I remember we were taking a test.
Okay.
And I know our teacher, she was very strict about, I guess, going to the bathroom or leaving.
What the heck, man?
Something like that. And then so I had to really go apparently that day that we were taking the test.
As my memory recalls.
So when we were taking the test, I know I finished the test, and then I had the urge to really go. I guess my stomach was acting up really badly. Mm-hmm. So then I remember apparently I didn't say anything to the teacher, and I just made it in my pants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing because this is fifth grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, and it's.
I'm pretty sure some people do it in their adult life.
That is true. I know some people do, but
I've heard stories. Wow, but I mean that can be really embarrassing.
Yeah, and then I had to go to the office and go into the health aid, and I guess she had lost and found. Kind of pants.
Oh,
so I don't know whose pants I was wearing that day.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so
that's super cool. Well,
I feel bad for my classmates that had to endure the smell and on the chair too.
They're having their embarrassing moments.
Well, the one good thing about this is that my friends or my classmates didn't tease me. Because usually this day and age, for younger kids, and
cyberbullying.
Yeah, cyberbullying, right? But apparently my friends and classmates, they're whatever. It's life.
That's so funny. I think that's actually great. Thanks for sharing, Kari. That's actually good because we get to know a little bit about us as hosts, and we want to kind of just start off our first episode with something that you'll all remember us by.
Okay, so I had my embarrassing story, but what about you?
No, it has to be a different question.
I want to know what your embarrassing. What I have to just do.
Oh, hey, how about we do that then? So we will ask the question.
Yeah.
That we both have to answer.
Okay.
And then you ask the question that we both have to answer.
Okay.
Let's do it like that.
Okay.
And that'll be the law in this podcast going forward, right? Okay. So for me, you're a kid, right?
Yes.
You see where I'm going with this.
Did you poop your pants too?
I did. No, so it's actually so funny. And it actually ties into how I met my best friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I live on a street that's kind of in a circular cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was a late bloomer.
Okay.
In terms of like doing normal human being things.
Okay.
So for me, like I was probably up until 6th grade, I like walked around in my underwear, but not only in my home, but on the streets.
On the street?
Yeah, well, within the cul-de-sac. I never exited the cul-de-sac, but I was known as the underwear boy.
Oh my god.
So
you're like that book that I used to read in elementary school. What's it called? Captain Underpants.
Yeah, I was totally Captain Underpants. I was probably the king of all the Captain Underpantses. God. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of a late bloomer, and then so 5th grade, I was on the jungle gym. I was on the swings actually, and I always like to see how far I could jump, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you get to the height of your swing, and so I had so happened to swing. And then I hit this kid.
Oh my god.
I know. I was the worst. But I mean, it's hard to tell like now if I did that on purpose or if I did it on accident.
Yeah.
I think maybe a part of me did it on purpose. So I hit this kid, right? And I was like, oh shoot, I'm so sorry. And then I was like, oh hey, you're the kid that lives down the street from me. And he's like, oh yeah, you're the underwear boy.
Oh my god.
Aren't you the underwear boy? And I was like, yeah, you can call me that. And then, so ever since that day, we found out that we lived next to each other. Because I didn't know. And then he just called me underwear boy. And I was like, oh yeah, this could be my friend. And so we've actually been like bestest friends in the whole world since that moment.
That is too funny.
I know. So, I mean, hey, you know, if underwear brings people together.
Yeah, underwear, or if you kick somebody, it'll,
yeah.
it'll bring you guys closer together.
Some form of violence with underwear.
Yeah.
Makes for a perfect
like,
story.
Yeah.
And wine. Yeah, wine.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Okay, so my question.
Uh-oh.
I want to know, like, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear. So it's kind of unusual because I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay.
But
I feel like everyone has to be afraid of something.
I'm actually not afraid of anything. But I had a dream last night, and I mean that's where I feel like maybe it just takes a lot to scare me. But I guess one of my fears would probably be a volcano erupting, and then the lava like comes around you and then just melts you.
That is.
So that's kind of scary.
No, that is scary. Like I think that's the worst thing to like.
Oh.
To die from, right?
I guess to
burning.
Yeah, burning, melting. It's like, oh, I'm melting. Like you can't do anything. But actually, I think now that I talk about that and then talk about my dreams, I think one of my biggest fears is something happening where you have no control. Because I realize like certain things like aneurysm, certain things like anything that actually happens to you that you have no control. Like let's say you're in a plane and then you're like having a heart attack. It's like, where's the hospital? But like, plane has to land before it takes you to the hospital. So
True.
I think one of my biggest fears is not being able to proactively do anything if you're in a situation. Yeah, that's scary.
No, that is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I have dreams where like I don't know why I have these dreams. Like, I'm on an escalator.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know why you're having those dreams.
Tell me about my dreams.
Yeah.
I have, like, dreams like I'm on the escalator and, like, it's going super fast.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, you, like, fall.
Oh, my God.
What is that?
Okay. I don't know what that dream is. And I'm not, like, a dream psychologist. Yeah. But I've seen YouTube videos where that does happen. Yeah. It happened in China, and then the escalator ate the girl.
See, but that happened for real.
For you?
No, for real.
Oh, yeah,
like
for real.
In real life.
But that's your fear?
No, I don't know why I have dreams like that.
Oh, that's weird.
Or like, don't you have dreams where you're actually like dreaming of something, and then say several days later you fall back to sleep, and then like you're in the same place again.
Oh, really?
Does that happen to you?
Never.
Okay, only me.
Yeah, I think you're the only one. But maybe what we could do is ask our Instagram and our listeners to see if they
can someone interpret my dreams. I don't know. I dream weird things.
Yeah. Well, see, so maybe you may not be the only one. Who knows? Yeah. We will find out eventually.
But then, my biggest fear, it's actually birds.
Birds?
Yes. Birds are my biggest fear. All of my friends,
you're talking about
family,
the feather, flowery
yes.
creatures that...
Yes.
that harm like no one, but then they poop on people's car.
They still harm people.
I guess like they did make a horror movie out of it, so maybe you're right.
That was a scary movie.
Oh, yeah. That was extra scary for you.
You know what is scary?
What's that?
Big Bird from Sesame Street. That's scary.
Yeah. I definitely have not had any dreams about Big Bird, but wow, what do you think it is that scares you about birds?
Because I swear it's my dad.
Wow, what do you do?
Because there was that one time I was small and he has his, cleaning business and I was helping him. And then I guess I was with him and we were outside and then my dad was like, "Oh my God, you're stepping on a baby bird."
Oh my God.
And then I looked and I was on a baby bird. And then like, I guess.
So you're a murderer and a bird killer.
Yeah, but see the thing is, I did not kill it. It was already dead. But my dad wanted to make it seem like, I killed it.
Oh, to make you guilty?
Yeah.
Guilty, quote unquote, guilty? Wow, that's crazy.
Because I think before then, I didn't mind birds. I would chase them around. But
right. And observe the birds.
But now I'm like, I'm deathly afraid. Like,
that is unreal. Well, so I do feel that there's probably some psychological connection from like things that happen in your youth and trauma and things that happen later. Sure. So maybe that just scarred you for life.
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks, Dad.
Can we get like a therapist or something?
I know.
Can we interview a therapist or some kind of psychic or whatever?
We should. And that's another thing you can expect from this show is that we're actually looking to bring different guests to kind of give their expertise. We're going to interview them. We have a lot of great stuff. Our podcast is brought to you by MetaHuman Entertainment. And it's really cool. They have a variety of different content. They do shorts. They do kind of like articles online, and then talk about like geek fandom, kind of fandom content.
Food, music, movies, anything.
Yeah, kind of what we talk about too. So we're just all doing the same thing.
We're just here to have fun, talk about random things.
Right, and we hope that we can kind of connect with you guys and, talk about some of the things that you guys talk about. I mean, tell us your dreams. Tell us kind of what your fears are. I mean, that's kind of what this podcast is all about.
Or anything. Ask us anything and we'll be happy to answer it. If you have any relationship problems, ask us.
Yeah, we'll tell you straight up what's going on.
We observe from far away, so we know.
Birds too, birds and all. So we do have a giveaway that we're putting together. It's actually brought to you by Shop Guilt Free, and they actually have a bunch of different goodies. But they're giving away a sushi bazooka.
A sushi bazooka.
Sushi bazooka. Yeah, we can't say that enough. Sushi bazooka. So
bazooka.
So the cool thing about it is the fact that you can actually make the sushi. So you get the rice, and then you put the seaweed or the nori inside, and then whatever goodies you want inside, and then you wrap it, and then you put it in this kind of what do you call that for guns? A funnel barrel. You put it in the barrel. Yeah, and then you just push the button, and it shoots out sushi.
Oh my God!
I know. I think everyone should have one. Everyone should get one.
All sushi places should have one. They should. Instead of having those, what do you call that?
Conveyor belt
things.
They should have bazookas loaded
shoot
up.
It out to their customers. And like,
Oh yeah, that's a restaurant idea. So if we see any sushi bazooka restaurant, then you can thank us.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
We need a profit of that sales though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll see you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So that kind of makes me think. Like, I'm a fan of sushi. But what kind of sushi do you like, Kari?
Well, my favorite of all time has to be those fatty tuna.
No way.
Those things melt in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the fatter it gets, the
creamier.
The creamier it is.
It's like,
I know.
Yeah. For me, I like spicy tuna, and I mean, of course, it's like, is it the same thing as like a fatty? Is that tuna too, or is that?
I mean, it is tuna. It's from the same
fish.
That
fishy.
It is the same from.
Poor
but
fish.
then, I mean, imagine if they had fatty, spicy tuna. Oh my God.
That'd
be like
actually,
ice cream.
Good. Yeah.
Oh,
that's so crazy. And it's so funny. I mean, me and Kari are here in Hawaii, but I mean, if we have any,
best fish.
We have the best fish. I mean, we're right by the ocean.
I mean, we're number 2 to Japan.
We're practically all fish.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, and that's why it's a kind of an interesting concept because, you know, sushi, I think, is pretty well known, like, you know, across America. But I feel like not too many people know about, like, poke bowls.
I think, like, now it's starting to pick up because, like, I mean, in California, I've been to California and you see, like, almost, like, every block has a poke bowl shop.
What? It's like Starbucks,
But it's the thing is, in California, their fish isn't, like, fresh as ours. So I know some friends in California, they said, no, don't eat it at all. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
You're going to regret it.
So, okay, interestingly enough, I'm not sure if, I mean, if you don't know us from before this, Kari actually runs Hangry Girls Hawaii, which, I mean, she gets to go to all these cool, like, food places. And, you know, I think that Hawaii is actually known for its eclecticness of food.
I think, because we're like a melting pot, right? We have so many ethnicities here living in Hawaii, so it's not like, say, we're living in, I don't know, Texas and we have barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Something like that. But food here, I mean, I think everywhere you go, variety. Yeah. I mean, when I go on vacations, the only thing I'm looking up is where to go to eat. Yeah. Not like activities.
Yeah. Screw the activities.
I know. I just want to
sightseeing. Let's eat food. I know. And I think that's what every single, like, ethnicity has to offer. They have a variety of food that they can choose and food that they can eat. And, you know, like, I mean, for me, literally, I can talk about food all day.
Me too. Well, I can eat food. Food all day.
And just things like this, like, you know, we're here in this office and they have this cheese spread and meat bread and you're just like, oh my god, like, that's the first thing I went.
We're eating on this podcast.
Yeah, drinking and eating on the job. That's what everyone aspires for, right?
Yeah.
But we have a couple minutes here. I think we're gonna try to close off, talk a little bit about like what you can expect for like future episodes, you know. What we'll talk about. I mean, we're definitely gonna bounce off a lot of like what our audience tells us and what we're looking for, you know, things that we can improve. You know, this is kind of our first time doing it together. Actually, what might be good is that Kari, talk a little bit about your experience as being on the radio. I mean, she was on the radio.
Korean radio.
Okay.
I was a huge K-pop fan.
Yeah, so, I believe it.
I'm the K-pop guru here.
Of Hawaii.
Of Hawaii.
Yeah, no doubt. She's not lying. She's not lying. And you know, some of my, I think, music experience comes from, I've done a lot of research in terms of like top 100 for the Billboard charts. And I've written a lot of album reviews. So musically, I mean, that's kind of where my wheelhouse is. Music. Yeah, and I think, you know, like, I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of music it is. You know, I feel like it can be country, it can be R&B, it can be hip hop,
it can be folk.
It can be folk, Some Enya. I like Enya.
Okay, I don't know about that.
I like Enya.
No.
Well, maybe Enya to sleep. How about Enya to sleep? I think there's some fans out there that would agree with me. But you know, like, you can look forward to us talking about music. You know, because we talk a lot about music. The other cool thing is we actually get opportunities to see movies, screenings in advance, and so you'll see us talking a lot about like movie reviews. It's the wine's kicking in. It's done.
It's done already.
All it takes is 20
the show
minutes.
Is done right now.
It takes 20 minutes to kick in. That's all it does. Yeah, we'll talk a lot about movies, and then we'll talk a lot about music, and then so that'll be an opportunity for you guys to kind of hear what kind of new movies are coming out and what we thought about them.
And then also, like what we said, interviews too. You know, we want to interview a lot of people, a lot of different people from the entertainment world, or maybe like restaurants or anything.
Yeah, anything. So if you have a sushi restaurant, please invite us, and we will bring our microphones there.
I will. I will bring my microphone and my mouth and my tummy.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that's all you really need.
That's all I need.
That's all you need for a real podcast. Actually, I think, you know, millennials these days, right? Like, I could do a podcast anywhere.
Yeah.
But our time is up. So what we're gonna do is next week when we have our next show, we're actually gonna tell you how to win the Sushi Bazooka because we're out of time. So this is Q on the right.
Kari on the left.
And you've just been watching the Q and Kari Show.